Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Cheryl. Welcome to my channel, Starseed Healing. How are you doing? It's been a while. I really do hope that this video finds you well. Today, I just felt called to do a reading for you. My cards have been calling me for the last couple of days, and today I feel like I'm in the right energy to share some messages with you. So I have two oracle decks, the tarot deck, and I have some charms for us to pull and see what messages there are for you today. And what I have been feeling to share with you is that the most important thing for the next 3 months, for some of you a bit more, is to take things literally a step by step. So for whatever reason, whatever situation, or whatever emotion comes up for you, remind yourself to take that first step, whatever that might be. So making a decision and actually going through with it. But instead of us focusing on the whole plan or on the whole day or on the whole thing that you are imagining, visualizing, thinking about that might bring in excitement or anxiety or overwhelm, is to just focus on the first step that you have to take. What would that be? And you start to do that. Once you do that, the next thing will come if it's meant to happen. And then the next, and then the next, and then the next. And if you have people that can support you through these steps, then go ahead and ask for it. Or the best thing is always to help yourself through your thoughts and through your emotions to take that first step and allow yourself to surrender for the universe to place everything in order for you, and then you're just there to cross the path that the universe has paved for you. That has paved for you. But that path cannot be paved unless you take certain steps before. And I just need you right now to focus on that first step. Like, even when you wake up, if you start thinking about the whole day, you'll probably overwhelm yourself and do nothing. So instead, what I like to do is, let's start with taking a few breaths. And that's it. And I focus on that. Next thing, what can I do? Let me try to get out of bed. I get out of bed. What's the next thing? Let me make my bed. And I focus on that. And yes, my mind will be everywhere while I'm doing that one thing, while I'm doing that action, but I bring it back. As soon as I'm aware of my mind going everywhere, I ground and I focus on the task at hand and I finish it. And then on to the next, on to the next. And you get yourself through the days, you get yourself through the changes, because we are in a very transitional period. Every day is transitional for us, but right now as a collective, there is really high, powerful energies around, and it's really easy to get sucked into stagnancy. It's really easy right now to do that. So the more we stay present and focused, the more we can align with whatever we are doing, align with our energy, and just flow. But most importantly, surrender, because that is sometimes the hardest thing to do. Any messages for the collective, please, for whoever is watching this video? What do we have today for the collective? Wow. I just felt like tension leaving my body. You gotta give yourself some credit, for everything you have built, for everything you have gone through, for everything you have healed. And I feel right now we are working more on the masculine energy. And so for that to be aligned, You have to really allow yourself to just be at peace with where you are and not trying so hard to heal this, do this, do this, do this. It's more of, because that's more the feminine, you know, the healing, the mystic energy. So with the masculine is more being grounded and present with where you are right now, logically, emotionally, energetically, everything, and just living through that energy. And also seeing where you are. And if there are things that you wish to change, but know that it will take time to go through these changes, then, as I said, start slow. And if an opportunity comes your way to make changes, big or small, take them. But right now, it's not the time to overwhelm yourself. We're overwhelmed enough with the current energies. It's just time to keep that energy flowing instead of shocking yourself, overwhelming yourself, and then end up being stagnant. Okay, let's see. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. These cards are so freaking beautiful. Yeah. This reminds me of the, what's the name? I forgot the tarot card, but I'll remember. So this is showing to me some things that we were blinded about, that we were unclear about, that are now finally being shown to us. I do believe that they were shown to us already, but we were not ready to see what's right in front of our eyes. And even though there is all this darkness, you know, because we are in a healing journey, but through, especially whoever is going through the dark night of the soul, I feel like finally now it's time that masculine energy is coming through the other side and finally seeing that light, seeing the beauty of our own masculine energy. Definitely, because I feel like this is already the feminine energy within us that we have awakened and we have healed and worked on. And now it's more of integrating the masculine energy, but holding that feminine energy within. So the logic connected to the heart. It's like the mind and the heart working together instead of always that tug of war. Who's going to take center stage? It's like finding that balance. The yin and the yang. Wow. Yeah, questioning everything. Give me a second, guys, because my baby is crying and I need to get him. Here he is. Hello, everybody. Hey. Good boy. So questioning everything. What I have been realizing and also going through, like these last few months, is everything that I have believed. Everything that I also have created. Everything that I have been really focused on. I allowed myself to see the other side of it all. Like not believing in them. Being okay with things not working out. Being okay with just being numb, feeling nothing. Just as it's written here, questioning everything and being okay with everything not going as planned, or that, yes, reality could be totally different than how you're seeing it. And that allows you to see through the other side. There's no wrong or right. It's just different realities, different versions of your reality, of yourself, of the people around you, of your relationships, your connections. And just being okay with it, wherever that is, wherever you are. And here we have breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Wow, see? It's like the feminine energy working with the masculine, and here the masculine energy working with the feminine energy. That's so beautiful. Do you see the physical and the cosmos? The masculine and the feminine? But integrating both energies, regardless of where we are, two realities, two different realities, but still the same essence from the same source. I love that. Yeah, you cannot live through your masculine energy without living through your feminine also. You have to ground yourself into the physical, but still allow yourself to open to the magic of this reality, the universe, the synchronicities, the signs. But instead of being lost in all that, you ground yourself and manifest all that into the physical. But instead of forcing the manifestations and praying nonstop and just, as I said, losing yourself in that, you continue on with life. But you are aware of every sign. You are aware of every energy, everything that's happening. But you still allow the human part of you to experience this physical reality. I love that. And Molly loves it too. Even if you see her, where is it? If you see her face here, excuse me. It's okay, Molly. It's okay. It's okay, baby. If you see her face here, she's totally serene, eyes closed, trusting, surrendering to the universe, to the process, actually, to the process. You take that first step, as we spoke about before, and then you surrender. And the thing is, it's not just about, as I said, taking that first step. Once you take that first step, take that first action, make that first decision, everything starts to roll. That's it. And it's okay if you think that you're not ready for this ball to start rolling, but you are. And even if you're not, in reality, maybe you really aren't ready. But that's why you take step by step, because then you have time to adjust, to adapt, to move along with that rolling ball. Everything will align just like the domino effect. You get one after the other, and there's the universe protecting you and helping you through all of that. All of the changes is better than just, imagine having a domino line and they just fall like that. That means it's a tower moment. You have no time to get ready. You have no time to... It's okay, baby. He feels the energy. You have no time to prepare. You have no time to take a breath. But with one by one, you do. You take that action, have time for you, let the universe take care of everything else. Take another step, same. Take another step, same. And it keeps going. How easier would that be to move along that way? Oh baby, شنو يسمى دوك؟ Tell hello. Yeah. He keeps hearing the upstairs neighbors, I think. I don't know. So, let's get some tarot cards and then we'll get some charms. Oops. Oh, look. Two of Pentacles. Yep. It's that juggling motion, but this time I feel it more of balancing. Balancing both energies, balancing your yin and your yang, balancing the spiritual part of you and the physical part of you. They don't need to be separate, they can be one. Do you see the infinite? Oh, look what's underneath. Yes, the devil. It's the karmic cycles. And I heard this before and it's so true. Karmic cycles aren't like this bad thing. It's just they're cycles. We have to go through them. That's why we're here. We're here to heal karmic cycles from all our like ancestors and our lineage, everything that everyone has ever gone through. We're here for a purpose. There is a reason for us to be here, to heal something, to learn something, to evolve, to settle. It's like to settle. What's the word? It's like to complete a mission. And as I was saying, hey baby, it's okay. These might look separate, and they are, but they're also connected through this rope, this band, this elastic, which shows that even though both realities are so different, the physical and the spiritual, the cosmos, but they can work together. And there is a place where everything can move together in alignment. They don't need to crash. They don't need to become this oneness right now. It's about seeing them both, being aware of them both, understanding and accepting the differences of both, but still finding a way to work them together. And that's where the unity happens. The working together, not the coming together of both. Oh wow, I really love that. And yes, there will always be some chaos in the back. Also, what's going on in your head, in your crown chakra, in your thought form. But you move yourself through that. Not fight it, not forget it, not ignore it, but move yourself through that. Imagine, do you know those electric cars, the toy cars? Imagine driving that car along this road between physical and the cosmos. It's working them both, juggling both realities, working through the traumas, the pain. Also, what you are holding on to, releasing that, but also whatever you are holding on to that you're meant to hold on to, you're finally going to be aware of why. You're going to understand why you have been holding on to something. It's not because you were weak and you couldn't let it go. It was a part of the process, a part of your journey. And if you now feel like it's time to let go and you actually can, it will happen naturally. And if it's not, then it's not meant to right now. Stop pushing yourself too hard and stop hating on the things that you can't change. Love yourself and make space for yourself, like in your own conversations with yourself, in your own practice, the habits that you do every day. Allow love to be in there. Allow understanding to be in there. How you talk to yourself, how you allow yourself to rest and to go. It's finding that balance again. The juggling of life. The juggle of life. Let's see if there's another card that wants to come up. Because I feel like there is. Ooh. See? There's... we got 10 of swords here. And we got the king of swords here. 11 swords. This is what has brought you here. Healing all. Not just healing, but living through those karmic cycles where we had the devil. Allowing yourself to see all that is you. The ugly, the beautiful, everything. And just accepting that that is a part of you, that is a part of your contract. But now you're here. You are letting go of all of these swords, not ignoring that they once were there. You feel that, you will always feel that, but you're choosing to take them all out, one by one, step by step, taking those swords out, getting up slowly, then eventually getting back up, sitting yourself on that throne and holding one sword of power, of wisdom, of expression, of communication, standing in your power as the emperor and the empress. That's it. And that's what people see, that no matter what you go through, no matter how many punches you take, you always get back up. Even if you're dying from inside, you always find a way to focus on love, to focus on the beauty of this life. And that's the magic that lives within you. And everybody sees it, even if they don't tell you that. But the most important thing is not what people see. It's what you feel. It's what you see. And it might take time for you to see this, to know this, to understand this. But this is your reality. You're looking at this mirror right now. You went all through this to learn boundaries, to also open yourself up. Because that's the hardest thing. That's when you're here, it's hard to get back to balance. And it's hard to get back to serenity to groundedness. But boundaries get you there. Opening your heart gets you there. Surrendering, allowing yourself to receive and give gets you there. On top of life, on top of all of it. I also see nature in this card today. So make sure that if you do feel very connected to nature, even if you don't, take time for yourself to get out there. Because it does really help us to ground down. It really does. It doesn't have to be for hours. It could be just 5 minutes, a short walk, and taking a few breaths of fresh air. Different air than just inside. Let's get some. And for a lot of you that are really connected to nature, allow yourself to be there. And if you have been there, the universe is just telling you that they know you're doing the work. They feel you. Gaia feels you. And she appreciates the hard work. She appreciates the connection. So let's get some cards. Let's see. We have Pooper Scooper. I really love these cards. Yeah, it's seeing through your own BS. When we awaken our feminine energy, we really start to see people's BS. And we learn how to work through that. But when we start to awaken and then align our masculine, we really see our BS. And it helps us to work through that. So this just shows me that is what we're moving away from. We're moving away from, instead of trying to non-stop removing our BS and people's BS, we acknowledge it, we understand it, but it does not affect us. We allow ourselves to grow through that awareness, through that consciousness. Cage, freeing ourselves. Wow, freeing ourselves from all that baggage, freeing ourselves from responsibilities that were never ours in the first place. Because look where that got us. And it was all scripted, it was all planned, so you couldn't have done it any differently. But now it's different. Now you have a choice. Now you are restarting here. So you have a choice to either get to this again, or stay here. Get here. In the physical and emotionally, energetically. That's beautiful. Oh, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. Do you see all the pentacles? Oh my God. Eight of Cups. Walking away from what no longer is necessary. Which also means accepting your reality, accepting your connections, accepting people for who they are, and yourself. Still making those changes if needed, if necessary, but being okay with everything and everyone. That's it. And definitely changes in the physical are coming and are going to be so obvious because of all the pentacles. Pentacles have a connection to this physical realm, like money, career, connections, relationships, the physical. And this to me represents feminine and masculine energy, both coming together to work with the universe, to work also with the physical. So you showing up as who you are right now and allowing things in the physical to fall into place. And this also to me shows something that's coming in, but look at that. Taking time, taking a breath before taking that first step. And then you take it when you feel that it is necessary, when you feel that you can push yourself just a bit to take that step and free yourself. And this is not just physically, this is also mentally, that mental anguish. And it's okay to have anxiety. It's okay to overthink. Don't fight it. But also, when I say don't fight it, it doesn't mean allow it to break you. Allow yourself to feel it all. Don't run away from it. But then at a certain point, when you really allowed yourself to feel it all, take that first step to moving away from that energy. Because you know it's going to live within you regardless of where you are. You cannot escape it. It's a part of you. But doing things that are good for your soul, good for your heart, good for your mind, it helps you to not focus and not be in that anxiety or overwhelm so much. So let's roll the dice and see what number. We got the 6. Yep, all about balance, baby. Balance in resting, balance in going, balance in giving, balance in sharing, balance in receiving. All about that balance, the juggle. Yes, I love that hat. Really, really cool. Fashionista. Let's see, let's get some. Yeah, and the 6 reminds me of the 6 of Pentacles, which is balance through the physical, and 6 of Cups, which is love, balance, healing the past, allowing the past to just be the past, but seeing the beauty of it, see why you had to go through so many things to get to this place. But now seeing also that you have a choice. You do have a choice. You do have a choice. Oh wow, I didn't realize one charm fell already. We're talking about taking a step. There's a shoe. Oh, and we said look at the fashion. So some of you might be into fashion. And this is a sign for you to like dive deeper into that. Also, this shows to me like art, creation. I love doing crafts. And I stopped for a while because it was hard for me due to my like body aches and stuff like that. But I have been getting into it more. And I transformed my house and I love it. I've been doing so many creative things slowly and learning through that process. But it also to me now represents like a step closer to where you were before. Taking a small step each time. Yeah, I also heard for some of you, something has happened in your life that you are going to take somebody else's place. Maybe it's through a job or through a relationship. And it's like big shoes to fill. You feel like there are big shoes to fill. And this to me just is telling me that you're gonna be just fine. That's your perception of it, or someone else mentioned this to you and it overwhelmed you, and it's not the case. If you allow yourself to change that perception on that and allow yourself to just do it your way and you just be you, don't try to do whatever it is the way somebody else did it. They did that for a reason, they did it their way. And now the world is waiting for you to show them your way, to express yourself through this situation, through whatever it is, through this relationship in your way. There is no shoe that needs to be filled. Just be you. And that is what's going to bring in that fulfillment. Do you see the star on the shoe? It also that wish that you've always wanted. I feel like some of you, you're getting a wish granted, manifested in this life that you have been wanting for so long. And it's coming in so fast that you're going to be a bit starstruck, but at the same time, is it starstruck? Anyways, you're going to be a bit shocked. Even though you knew it was coming, when it comes, you're still going to be like, oh my God, it's here. What do I do now? Do I really want this? What the hell's going on? Ground yourself. And remember that if it's meant to be in your life, it's there. It's going to be there. It's not going anywhere. And if it's not, no matter what you do, it will not stay there. So be who you know you are and just take a step at a time. Stop looking at the bigger picture, like the whole picture. You know the end goal. Even if you don't, it's fine. But work yourself through step by step. Just like when you do a puzzle. You don't throw all the puzzle pieces and you like, boom, it's done. You place one and one and one and one. You get tired, you give up, you leave, you come back a few days after, you continue it, you give up again. And sometimes you finish it in one sitting. It is okay. It's the energy. It's the flow. You know? Oh, wow. I was talking about perspective and perception. Look at that. We have the eye test board. The eye test board. Yeah. It's allowing yourself to see more clearly, to open up that veil, to open up the curtains and see through different eyes, through your eyes, nobody else's eyes, nobody else's opinions, nobody else's whatever. Receiving support and allowing yourself to receive, how do you say it, like knowledge from others and what they have been through, like their experience, and helps you to grow and helps you to open up. But in the end, it's your own voice and your own thoughts that you need to hear and that needs to be heard. It's your voice in the end that will make a difference. And it's all that matters. What's this? Oh, we have water. So firstly, stay hydrated. But secondly, what this is showing me, all these emotions are what are helping you to move all along. So all that hectic energy that you've been through and that is still lingering within you. Without that, you wouldn't come to this place. Definitely not. And also, we do have a bit of water in these different cards. So if you do feel connected to water, I urge you to connect through it when you shower, when you go to a lake, when you go to a river, when you go swimming, when you go next to the sea. Allow yourself to hear the waves. Allow yourself to feel the water. Connect with it. Allow it to heal you. Allow it to really help you be present. I love to take cold showers. I only take cold showers, and most of the time I do ice baths. And that really helps me to really be present, because you have to calm your breath. If you are not in the present moment, your breath will run away from you. You feel like you are dying, like you can't breathe because the shock of the ice, like it freezes you. Obviously, it breaks you. And then you remind yourself, I'm here, I'm alive, breathe. And you breathe yourself through it. If you are in a place that has that has cold weather, allow yourself to still take cold showers, just to get yourself through that shock. You know, when the water hits you, eventually you will see that that shock is not only what you need, but also that once you don't really focus on it being like bad, it becomes refreshing. It becomes re-energizing, rejuvenating. One of that. You become one with it and you start to enjoy it, and it hits you the same way as a hot shower, as a hot bath. You get that instant shock no matter what the temperature is, and then you work through it through awareness and through breathing. Breathing is very important. Also, if you feel, this is a message for some of you, I like to do it once in a while, especially when the seasons are changing. I do like to get some seawater, or if you have a river, a lake, whatever is closest to you or whatever you feel connected to. I put seawater in glass bottles and I like to leave them around the house and I connect with them. I sometimes put crystals in them and I allow that water to heal me. I allow that water to rejuvenate me, whatever is needed, but I have a connection with those bottles of seawater. And eventually I go and give that water back to Gaia and allow for the energies to be transmuted, but also through that water I send my healing energy to everyone who sees, feels, swims in that water. You do it your own way. This is just something that I came across, and I really found that it helped me and helped me to connect more. So do whatever feels good to you that is connected to water. So I'm gonna get the last card for you, and we will end the reading here. I really hope you're enjoying this video, guys. I'm really enjoying doing this reading. And I do really miss you. Sometimes I need to like integrate back just with myself and disconnect and connect more to the physical, like everything that's really around me. And that's what I've been doing, and it's been really good for my heart, my soul, which is the masculine energy integrating, like this. There you go. Strength. Look at that, baby. Look at that warrior. Yep. Mirroring. Reflection. And this is a woman and this is a man. I know gender doesn't matter. I agree. But just, you know, I'm talking energetically. Masculine, feminine. Both in the power. Yeah, yeah. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. I'm gonna leave it there because it's everything we just talked about. Right? Right. I love it so much. I'm just gonna point out one thing. In this card, there isn't a shield. In this card, there isn't. And that's the beauty, because even though you have grown, you have become courageous, you know when to push and you know when to rest. You also know that you still need at times to protect yourself. And that's the beauty of it, because you don't have to believe in the ugly and all the bejuju for it to hit you. I don't believe that anybody can curse me. I don't believe that anybody can hurt me. I can only hurt myself. And the shield is not to protect myself from others and the outside world, but it's to remind myself to stay present and protect myself from the things that I can do to myself energetically, that I can do to myself in the physical, and that I can do to myself emotionally. Again, the balance. And the feminine is taking that responsibility, which is beautiful, and it's needed because the masculine energy is still in the aligning process. So both of them are taking the responsibilities. Both are taking responsibilities that feel right to them, but nothing is being left behind. Everything is being worked on. And I freaking love this reading. So I do hope that, if not all, but at least one message helped you today. Thank you so much for showing up today. Thank you so much for receiving and for being here. Me and Marley, although he's sleeping, sends you so much love. Thank you. Take care. And namaste.